Oi. 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 Oi.
I could do a my Black Ops 2 soliloquy. Yeah, I wrote up the start of an article and just could not find the time to go into explicit detail with things. Oh, like the weapons and the damage and how the stats on them don't make any sense. And
has anybody else
the game
downloaded
modes.
Revolution? That's me.
No, my
You
fucking
paid
Xbox Live
$15
is
fucking
stupid.
dollars for that pile of shit?
Well, no, because I got $200 in game. I got GameStop gift certificates for Christmas. I got $200. I didn't know what to do with them.
Oh my god. You wasted $15 fucking dollars on that piece of shit.
No, I wasted $50 on the season pass.
Fuck.
It's
Dude,
the only game I play, really.
4 maps, 1 gun, and 1 new zombie game mode. That's just fucking stupid.
Now, do they allow you to play with everyone else?
Yes.
What do you mean?
It depends on how good the gun is. I mean, I personally bought the Halo map, the Halo season pass too, for all the map packs and everything.
It's fucking
The season
stupid,
no. The season pass for Call of Duty gives you discounts to buy their DLC.
No, it's all the DLC.
And it was how much?
$50.
And it's season, so that's 1 year? How much fucking DLC you think they're going to put out in a year?
I don't know.
Give me an
when
estimated number.
did the game come out? When did the game come out?
November?
2 months ago.
November?
And they've already put out a 4 map and a gun.
It's
And
probably
they
gonna be,
blow dick.
It's probably going to be just like Battlefield was. They put out a new fucking map pack like once
I don't
every
give a
couple
shit.
months, and they have like 5 of them. No,
I don't give a shit. It's the one game I play. I enjoy it.
You shouldn't.
I don't care.
How
I'm
is
with
the
you,
map
Tommy.
pack, Tommy? Have you played it
I'm
yet?
with you.
Have you played it yet, Tommy?
What,
the map pack?
I've played 3 of them, and I kind of familiarized myself with the maps by making custom games, and then I used the new gun as they call it an SMG, even though it's like
An assault rifle.
it's pretty much an assault rifle.
It's
you put
overpowered.
you put a
It's
fucking
fucking stupid.
foregrip on it. It's a 3-bullet kill every time, and it from range, it's fucking accurate.
Nice.
You I guarantee you can put an ACOG on it, and it's just like
That's right. There's a lot of people who bought the DLC too. Like you can't feel too bad about it, but
I don't give a shit.
I would have.
you shouldn't feel excited about it either.
I mean,
Well, I was like, I was excited to download it, and then I actually got into the maps, and I was like, holy shit, these are really spread out,
You know what?
and they're
You know what's
fucking
funny?
confusing.
You know what's awesome?
What?
The DLC that they came out with for Black Ops. You remember that? The Funhouse?
Oh, the original Black Ops?
it was so cool. It was fucking gay.
I didn't get it.
Funhouse.
It was at the carnival. It was so fucking stupid.
I don't remember that
I don't
one.
remember that one either.
I don't know.
It was
Yeah.
$60 for their game. They're like, here's 4 new maps for a quarter of what you paid for the game. Oh, wow, thank you. Yeah. So the initial 60 got me like 30-something different guns, and now I paid $15 to get 1 and 4 maps, and that's it. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, as much as the DLC annoys me, I got the first Halo one. Not a huge fan of the maps, but they just put in file share on the internet that you can like download other people's Forge maps and start playing with that. And they're gonna start. They put in a Forge community list, and it cycles through like 6 different maps or something like that each week, and like the best ones stay and stuff like that. And eventually, they're gonna start putting those out as like a DLC for free and get all these Forge maps that people have.
That's kind of cool.
That's right. Dead Space 3, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to have microtransactions. It's going to make the game better. But it's only in the single player.
Dude, they're just trying to squeeze more money out of the game.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Friggin' Halo 2, they used to put out new maps,
Exactly.
and you could just download them.
That
Yeah.
goes
Oh,
back
that
to
was
the
awesome.
conversation
No,
we
it's
had
actually
about
Halo
that.
2 that you could just download.
Or maybe
right
you did,
off.
but it was like
You had to buy the
$5.
disc. You had to
Well,
buy,
no,
like,
no,
the $15
eventually,
disc.
no. In Halo 2, what it was is they came out and they cost money. Well, like a month later, then they
released
were
for
free.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
now the DLC, the very first DLC a company comes out with, and the last one costs the same amount.
And I don't think the
Even a year
DLC.
later.
I don't think the DLC price goes down until the new game drops.
Yeah,
It's fucking stupid. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's a dumb amount of money to pay for 4 maps and a gun, but at the same time,
If it's the only thing you play.
it was $200 in free money. I bought all the games I wanted, and it was the last gift certificate for $50, and I was like, well, shit, I don't know what else to spend it on.
Don't save it.
The thing is, people will
For
You know
buy
GTA
what?
5.
I'll fucking cross that. I'll cross that line when it comes. I really didn't give a shit.
There'll be
You
plenty of people who
will.
buy them.
I bought,
You
Bobbin
will
gets them
be.
every
dude,
week,
I bought
every
2
time.
years of Xbox Live and like 2 games, and I still
That
had
actually
$50
was
left.
that was actually a good move because they've already raised the price $10 after a couple
Yeah,
years.
it's already up to
and
60.
on live.
Huh?
Yeah,
On live,
$60
you
a
mean?
year.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
supposed to fucking make it free. I heard a while ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Robbie was
You
saying.
hear
They
that
were
on
talking
You
about
see that on the
semiaccurate.com?
internet?
No,
Robbie
yeah,
told
they were
me.
talking.
Semiaccurate.com.
You can't
right?
trust them
Well,
Asians.
Robbie's
You
semi-accurate.
Well,
can't
no,
trust
the-
them Asians.
The thing was, like it was something ridiculous. Like a huge percentage of people don't even play games on their
Right,
Xbox
that's
anymore.
why.
They watch Netflix on it. So,
Yeah.
and then they're like starting to lose subscribers to Live. So they're like, we might as well just give this out because people already buy our
watching
games
Netflix
anyways.
on
Well, it
Yeah.
kind of pisses you off if you have to. Okay, you have the console.
You have
You
Netflix.
pay $60 for the game, and you pay for your internet connection. Why not just make the fucking damn thing free? So I think you'd see a boom in subscribers.
Have you seen
Yeah.
the PlayStation Network?
No,
The free version?
No.
It's shitty
Yeah.
to say the least.
Really bad.
I think I told
Really
you
bad.
SOCOM 4 took me 6 hours to update. I got the game about 6 months after it came out, and they had and the creators of the game can just release updates whenever they want.
Yeah.
Whereas with Xbox Live, they have to pay and go through a whole bunch of bullshit paperwork just to get an update put out there. Even if it's to fix something that's completely fucking the gameplay, they still have to go through this whole thing. PSN, they're just like, no, update whenever you want, and it takes like 6 hours to fucking download. I bought the PlayStation, got SOCOM 4 with it, wasn't even able to play it that day because it took that long to update.
The only good
And
thing
you
to
can't
come-
not update.
The only good thing to come out of the PlayStation Network, in my opinion, was the fact that they got hacked and I got 4 free games out of it. That's pretty much it.
Nice.
What do you think is more popular, the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live? I'm pretty sure it's Xbox
I
Live, but
guess
I don't
Xbox
know.
Live.
I don't know how many
Well-
little Japanese bastards have a PlayStation. Is that racist?
What about the bigger
No. Those, if you said Japanese bastard, if you said those bastard Japanese, that would have been
Yeah.
racist.
Them goddamn Japs.
Haven't you heard
Yeah.
that Bill Burr thing? If you put the derogatory term after,
Yeah.
then it's okay. If you put it before, then you're racist.
Yes, fact.
After, it's just describing them.
So,
Right.
seriously, back to the question, which is probably more popular?
I'd guess Live, but just because it's been around longer.
No, I don't even think they sell Xbox 360s outside of the U.S. and Europe and Canada. But Canada's pretty much just the
Canada
United
doesn't count.
States. They're just like
It's America's hat.
yeah. They're like Maine. They're just kind of
Fancy little top hat.
They're just kind of there, and they're like the family you don't want to ever talk about.
Can I tell a little story?
All about how
About Canada and how they have their own Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, it's in November.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
It's
That's
like
when
in
ours is,
October.
but
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was in October, sorry.
I know those crazy assholes. In
Oh, it was
November.
crazy November
So while-
celebrating Thanksgiving, people.
who cares? Honest, I just want to throw this out there. Does anyone give a shit that Canada has a Thanksgiving
No,
besides Canadians?
No.
And I don't even think Canadians give a shit.
no. But a while back, we're at work, and this girl that I work next to is really dumb. She was, when we get Canadians that call all the time, she was talking to a Canadian, and at the end of it, she was like, and have a happy Thanksgiving. This is like the week before our Thanksgiving. She got off the phone, and I was like, Jess, he's Canadian. Yeah. So he doesn't celebrate an American holiday like Thanksgiving. She was like, oh, yeah, Canadians have their own Thanksgiving. And Justin on the other side of the partition caught this and stood up and like, yeah, in October, and it consists of Molson and fucking donuts
And hockey.
and hockey.
I don't think they do it. That's probably all they're thankful for.
Yeah,
They probably get up
Molson-
there like, all right, what's everybody thankful for? Hockey. All right, let's eat.
Woo! We're thankful for hockey, Molson, and Jim Hortons.
Molson, hockey, and Wayne Gretzky. Who put Canada on the map. That's it.
Yeah, they have Thanksgiving to celebrate when the Pilgrims landed at Fraggle Rock. What the fuck? Seriously, I want to know what Canadian Thanksgiving consists of. What are you celebrating?
Molson, donuts, and hockey. We just went over this.
Uh,
I didn't know Canadians were big donut eaters, though.
well, Jim Hortons. You ever been to a Jim Hortons?
Oh, I thought you were saying Jim Hortons like that was a very stereotypical Canadian name, so they're thankful for Jim Hortons because everybody has
No.
one in their family.
No,
Like Bill Smith.
stereotypical
John Smith.
Canadian name would
Yeah.
be something Frenchy.
Like a Bob. Everybody has
Yeah.
a Bob. It's somewhere in their family. So I figured it was just like, yeah, it's like
So every Thanksgiving we sit down, we thank you, Lord, for the Bobs.
Yeah.
All of the Bobs. Within our family and the families
So-
beyond families.
So I take it Jim Hortons is just basically the Canadian Dunks.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That sounds awful.
No, it's awesome. You can get like little donut holes and shit. That was my
I bet
little
they
story.
all come here for the Dunks, though.
Yeah, probably. What are you drinking, eh?
Trade
Jim
Dunks for those free medication. All right, I'll bring some of the Dunks coffee over.
Yeah.
Do you got that Tylenol with the codeine? All right.
Jim Hortons. Never heard of it. I've also never been to Canada. I think I was there once.
I am
That
not
was it.
allowed to go to Canada. That's kind of disappointing.
Was that
The
arrested?
Dewey. The Dewey.
Felon.
It's a
Oh,
felony.
so
in
they don't let
Canada.
you go to fucking Canada for a DWI?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
felony.
Is it even? Isn't it like considered like a right to manhood?
to get
or
a
a-
Dewey?
Yeah, in
And
Canada.
then I'm the only man in the room.
No, in Canada.
Oh,
I'm
in
saying.
Canada. Yeah. I don't think they give a shit.
Yeah. Well, they don't drive cars though, don't they? Just
Yeah.
don't they just ice skate home?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Zambonis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zambonis and skates. Yeah. If you're poor, you have skates. If you're rich, you have a Zamboni.
It's a
Yeah.
ZWI, Zamboni and
I'd
while
love to have a
intoxicated.
Zamboni. You know how baller that'd be? Just chilling right down the road.
That
Going
would
like
5 miles an
fives.
hour?
Yeah.
Super not baller.
Just turning it nice and slick for everybody behind you.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Cars are
nice
just,
for
like
Route 12.
peeling off, like flying past you and crashing.
That'd be super douchey.
Super douchey.
Oh,
And anytime somebody tries to pass you, just block them.
I was driving down the road the other day, and some dude has parked his Jeep in what appeared to be a relatively large puddle. It had been at least 2 inches of tire submerged there, and the thing was just solid ice. And I was like, I kind of wanted to wait just to see how that turned out when he tried to start, if he would notice
Probably
it,
powered
probably
right
not.
now.
and if it didn't, if it would just like tear the tire. If
Now,
I
if you saw like my neon in that, then you'd stick around.
just takes off and leaves the tire
Yeah,
behind.
the tires would just hang out.
No, the whole axle would just go with it.
Tears out the whole front end.
Jesus. Oh, shitty.
Goddamn Canadians.
So they finally found a director for the WoW movie, World of
Oh.
Warcraft.
Don't care. I'll be honest.
Who is it?
I mean,
I
Is
think it's
somebody
gonna be
known?
It's
amazing.
the guy who did Source
wait,
Code
are they doing
with Jake Gyllenhaal.
animated or like live
I
action?
think it's live action.
I think it's live action.
super.
They haven't
lame.
really
It's gonna be
released all I read was that it was that guy and that he has $100 million budget to play with.
And his other movies only had a $10 million budget, so he'll probably make something.
I never saw source
Crazy.
codes.
great. Dude, I would just
Source
dude,
Code,
I'd just make it
I
rain.
enjoyed
on
it. It had a
people.
really good twist at the end. It was an interesting movie. Source Code.
I don't know. I feel like the WoW movie will just be like Lord of the Rings in the WoW universe.
So
I hope the
like
first
same
20
thing.
minutes
Yeah, it's
is
fine.
like the guy
Orcs.
chilling in Goldshire and the guy's here. Go kill 20 boars.
Dude.
And just for like 10 minutes of him just slicing boars and he comes
Actually,
back.
that would make it epic, though. If they did it just like you had to actually play the game, and you just see like the
From
same
vanilla,
footage,
though.
like you see the same footage of him running through a BG for like 3 straight hours.
Yeah.
Just like, all right. And then he like runs into the store. It's like, I finally have enough of these fake token thingies. Just hands them over. Now I have these new pants. Now I'm gonna go do that for 6 more hours. Be
Who gets
awesome.
to play
Be hilarious.
Leroy Jenkins?
They better have a Leroy
Right there, they're at
Jenkins.
the. It's like Lord of the Rings style. They're right about to face Sauron. They're like talking about their strategy, and one dude just goes Leroy, just runs, and then everyone dies, and the movie just ends right there. Man,
They
God
just-
damn it,
just like-
Leroy! I had to have some chicken.
just black screen. God damn,
Yeah.
Leroy.
Is it going to be kind of like they set the stage where they're going through this town and they have this really nice tracking shot, and in it people are just like randomly dancing and like
Jumping
doing
around.
random
Yeah,
emotes and running
dueling, like,
around and
killing
doing-
each other.
dancing like Michael Jackson, Britney Spears in the middle of the thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
Some guy comes up to the main character, dude. We need a tank for
Yeah.
a raid.
No.
You up for it?
They
400 gold.
they're like running around. They
On a level
kill this whole town of like people, and they're like, all right, now we got to head back, and we've got to let the king know. And as they're running back, they all respawned. Oh shit! 2 more hours of them just hacking through everybody.
One enemy just comes in and they all kill him, and then half hour of the movie is just everyone sitting around spinning on him and humping him and slash hugging.
I guess when you die, you'd have like a 5-minute travel montage of the ghost like trying to get back.
Remember, I think it was the second Lord of the Rings where they show that part where it's like the two armies merging like crazy.
Yeah.
They have this part where like they merge in like crazy, and then you just see like dead bodies everywhere, and everybody like teabagging them and shit. So it's just this battlefield of people with like teabagging while getting killed.
Worth it.
yeah, for 2 hours. That's it.
But seriously, how many hours, if you could ballpark, how many hours of just single player PvE?
To max out at this
point.
point, it's probably 5 days.
So 5 straight days.
5 times 24 hours.
And leveling is a joke.
Yeah, of the
And
world
and
of
it used to be
Warcraft.
like 20 though.
How
That's
are
the
you
thing.
going to condense 5 straight days worth of
120
material?
Oh no,
hours.
they'll be able to do it because as you go up, it's just like very specific quest lines. Like you start out with like
Well,
the Defias
but it's still-
Brotherhood,
it's still
and then
a-
it
Well,
goes to like the fucking
but they won't.
next
They
guys
won't
and the
even
next
do
guys.
that though. They're gonna create a whole separate. It's gonna be a whole separate storyline.
I don't think they will.
Yeah,
They're having I'm pretty sure they're having like the lore writers write it, so it's going to be very.
Yeah, so it's
to
going to be
Warcraft.
but it's going to be very Warcraft, but it's going to be outside of the current
Endgame
story,
rating.
and it's going to lead into their next one, their next expansion.
I don't know.
That actually makes sense.
Mabes.
Now, if they did an animated one, I think that'd be badass. Because you guys, did I ever show you the intro to or any of the movies from StarCraft 2? They
Well,
looked
even
like
the intros
to
to fucking
WoW,
yeah,
to
and
WoW are
yeah,
like
the new one,
live
so,
action
like
almost.
the
even though they're
so like the
CGI.
CG, not like the in-game graphics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but
The
cut-
CG.
The
Yeah,
cut
it's
screens
amazing.
are amazing. Yeah.
Well,
And why
for like
okay,
the opening cinematic, not like
Which
the
do you
in-game
think
ones.
would be
yeah, that's
The
what I'm
better?
saying.
in-game
That
ones are
would
cartoony.
be- Like when you
Which
kill
do you
the Lich
think would
King,
be
it was
better?
amazing.
StarCraft or Warcraft movie?
Warcraft.
I think StarCraft just because I like
What?
sci-fi better.
Yeah.
No, I think that because the biggest thing is the gameplay around World of Warcraft is it's very much these. It's supposed to be like these epic battles.
Well, that's why they'd follow like one dude. Like they'd follow like the king.
Right. I don't think that'd be as
something.
entertaining as like these massive shootings where it's almost like everybody's just getting destroyed.
Well, no, I mean they would
by
have that. There'd be like
zerglings
massive
and-
armies hitting each other, dude. Like I said, it'd just be like Lord of the Rings. I think some of the most badass fight scenes in any
the thing
movies
is
are
with
Lord
the
of
thing
Rings
is
movies.
when
It was,
you
like 10 years
the thing is
ago.
with WoW is you have one character who has this specific set of skills. So unless you're gonna have a Fellowship of the Rings where you take all the
Which
different
you're
classes-
going to.
right?
Yeah,
it's gonna be
probably something like that. And then like even in the like the raids and stuff like that, if they follow like the raids, a lot of times you'll be like, oh, this army's going in, and then they'll just get decimated, and then it'll just be like you coming in to do work.
I just think the battles in a StarCraft movie would be on a much more epic scale.
Because
Well, that's just because it's like a universe. It's like
No,
galactic
no,
battle
right.
almost.
But that's what I
Of
mean.
course, it's going to be
That's-
on a bigger
I
scale.
I think the game caters to a
Yeah.
movie better than WoW does.
Because WoW's
In-
following
just
your
in-
personal
well,
experience, whereas
in terms of action,
StarCraft
not
is just a
necessarily lore and
general-
everything. Yeah, StarCraft is meant to have you build 200 riflemen and then send them in against like 3 carriers, and the carriers just
Yeah.
destroy
But
300
think
people.
about like the campaign in StarCraft. Like they set you up as like you play like a hero,
Raynor.
like
Yeah.
a hero, and like that is your guy. So if they made a StarCraft movie, it would be Jim Raynor. It wouldn't
But I
be
think
the
that-
peons, but that's
I
you
just-
just take the
the
main
ghost.
character.
I just think that they'd have a lot of big battles. I mean, I'm sure the Warcraft movie will too.
Yeah.
But
I think
you-
WoW would be more
when you
about
watch WoW, I'm going to expect that
individual
they're going to
boss
have
fight.
yeah,
Like-
I'm going to expect that they're going to have a bunch of like
Yeah.
different classes out there all battling with each other, and, it
And
could
it's
be
just
cool.
it's just what you're
Yeah.
into. I don't know. I'm not that into like Star Trek. Like I mean, it's not obviously like a.
It's way gorier.
Yeah, and it's got like a whole bunch of like crazy like alien bugs, the Zerg or whatever. But I like
And
adventure
Protoss.
lore better. I don't know. I'm into it just because of Lord of the Rings. I think if it wasn't for that fucking,
Oh, I know what
movie,
they're
it's
I know
so
what they're going to
fucking well.
do. Did you ever play Warcraft 3? That's all they're going to do.
Yeah,
Stupid.
That's what I'm saying. They're
That's
just gonna.
That's what the movie's
Right.
going to be. It's not really going to be a World of Warcraft movie like the game.
Yeah, they're
It's
going to take
be,
a specific moment
world.
from the lore. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a specific
I
thing
don't-
written by.
I was just
It just
when
depends.
I first thought
depends on what
about it,
they pick.
I
could
was
be
thinking
gay.
of you take all the classes and they're going to be going on this crazy adventure.
Just have like 10 different people. Just do every
Yeah,
different
a
class.
fellowship of
That'd
the
be pretty
that's
sick.
what I think they're gonna do. They're gonna find one hero and then fucking put some sort of fellowship or whatever with all the different classes, and they're gonna have him take on one of like the crazy raid
Avengers
bosses.
style thing.
It's gonna be like to go take on like Illidan or fucking the Lich King or something.
But
like
that's
that. It's
I
gonna
don't know
be something
that-
big.
right, and that's the game style that's the movie style I expect based on the gameplay
Right.
of World of Warcraft,
Right.
the game. But when I think StarCraft, I think epic. I think big battles with a lot of just units.
Yeah.
It
going
could be
at
like
it,
you
so.
said though, not the World of Warcraft movie. It could be World of Warcraft, like all
Warcraft.
the Warcraft,
The world of
the Warcraft, the world of
yeah,
the Warcraft, lore.
comma the world of
Yeah.
yeah. That's what the movie's
That could
be.
could be too. And
I
then,
don't
we're
And then it's
going
gonna say comma the movie,
and they were comma the movie.
That's
comma
probably
with the Lich King,
They'll probably call it exactly that.
comma and a burning crusade along the way.
colon.
Colon
Something.
/ vanilla. Yeah.
I already like the title. I'd
Yep.
go. Who wouldn't go see that though?
I think it's gonna be. Cool.
Anytime you add commas and colons to keep subtexting your
Just
title,
randomly.
and then you can get like 1 million search hits
It's
anytime
set
someone looks for it.
it's set to come out in 2015. So
When would their next expansion be coming out?
No, they're not coming. I don't even know.
I
Are they
don't
coming
even-
out with another expansion? I thought they were gonna be coming out with their new.
They're coming out with a new
MMO.
game.
Yeah,
Titan,
whatever
right?
the fuck it
they're
is.
coming out with Titan, yeah, a new space MMO. I haven't heard anything about a new expansion, but there very well could
Yeah.
A
be.
space
Fuck
MMO.
knows.
That's what I've heard. All I've heard is space MMO.
That's weird. They haven't.
said
They should
don't
do it.
think Warcraft though.
They should. Well,
so it's going to be very
Warcraft,
different.
Warcraft and
Oh.
StarCraft are the same thing.
Well, no,
I
that's what I'm
was-
saying. They said it's going to be like way
Oh.
different.
I was reading a thing, and it was just like the biggest dick moves in all of video game history. And the number one was in EVE Online. You used to be able to like you had like a functioning economy in the game, like had like corporations and companies and stuff like that, and like CEOs, everything of these companies. So this group of people like got paid by this guy to take out this other company in game. So they like infiltrated his company, and of course they're not doing background checks on their pilots and stuff like that in game. This guy ended up making his way up to the second in command of this company, and then after like a year of infiltrating, they all like he got all his men with him, and they went to like approach the CEO with a new business offer or something like that, killed him, took all his shit, killed everybody.
Of like
Took
a year of time.
Yeah, took like all his buildings, everything like that. Took the equivalent of like $16,000 or $20,000 of real money worth of stuff from this guy in game. Got paid like I think it was like $1,000 or $2,000 from the other guy because they had actually killed this guy. And so basically, what there was in EVE Online was you can kill somebody, and then they're like jettisoned away in a escape pod, and you like take all their stuff, and then you can kill them again, and they're dead. And basically, nobody did that. It was just kind of like a like a slap in the face. They hunted this guy down for like another couple of days after that, and then killed him, and he had to start over completely after like having like literally he would have been like Bill Gates having to start over from like nothing.
He probably fucking hung himself after.
Yeah, but all you do is start a new character, be like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm the guy that was killed by these
Yeah.
big giant douchebags. And then some people go, oh, well, we should probably have him inside of our company.
They'd be like,
'cause
yeah, right,
he was the
noob.
number one dude.
But he still doesn't have any of the stuff he had built up. Like it took him
you
like
don't need
years.
it. You got the
to-
name. That's all you need.
Yeah, but I mean, it'd still be like Bill Gates just starting with nothing and be like, hey, give me some of your stuff.
I know I lost all my entire fortune by being a little too trustworthy, but trust me this time. I'll make it back and keep it this time.
Well, that's what he should do. He should go back and re-infiltrate them and then perma-kill them.
They did like a.
It's lofty.
They had like a
Revenge.
thing of all like the stuff they stole, and it was all like a bunch of ships and stuff. And there's all like these like tiny ships and like a couple big ships in this like little diorama, and then there's one that just takes
Oh,
up
yeah.
the entire like top right quadrant of the picture. And it goes, he was in this at the time. If you manage to die while you're in this, you deserve to die.
Yeah, and they were giving like.
Oh, that's right, because it's
like-
ships, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And like all these like
Yeah,
ships
that's right.
like cost like a different amount of money like in game. Like, yeah, we took all these, and they're like, oh, it's not like that, not that much. And then they start getting to the bigger ones, and it was just like crazy amounts of money, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, what are these people doing? Literally spending thousands of dollars on this game.
Way too much.
Brutal.
Way too much.
Brutal.
Probably too much time.
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah.
think when I play these games, or when I play any game, that I'm the greatest ever. As long as
It's
I'm the greatest
impossible.
in that room at the time,
Yeah.
I'm on top of the world.
Dude, I told you.
But
I ran
I'm
in
not going to spend thousands
No.
and thousands of hours
and dollars.
going. Well, that dollars too in
Yeah.
that. But even in Call of Duty, going
Yeah.
on game battles, oh, brutal.
Dude, I ran into that fucking kid in Warcraft back in vanilla. I've probably told this story before because it's ridiculous to me. But the game had only been out for like 2 years, and he had 222 days played. So he had like almost a year out of 2 years that he was playing the game. Like he was living in the game, basically.
12 hours a day.
Yeah, 12 hours a day.
He was living
Fuck
vicariously
that.
through his character.
I mean, I don't even know if he was living vicariously. I think he was just raiding
No,
his ass off.
vicariously.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of WoW, WoW got the second biggest dick move with the. There was a boss that grabbed a blood plague and it put a dot on you, and after a certain while it would hit for a certain amount of damage and eventually just kill you. So what happened was they eventually found out that when you got this, you could teleport out of the dungeon and like into Stormwind or something like that, and then anyone near you it would spread to. So like they would go around like level 1s and stuff like that, and it would just kill them instantly, and they would just
awesome.
go, and it literally infected like the entire World of Warcraft. Like people would just run through like all the zones, like level 60s, just super buffed up with health, so they could survive long enough to get to other areas.
Awesome.
I guess like I was reading they had to...
How is that only the second biggest dick move? One, you're only screwing with one guy. Yeah, you perma killed him, whatever. This is like you're just ruining everybody's experience with a game. And
Well,
that's like millions of people.
Apparently, while like they tried to like wipe all the, or they tried to do like a, what was it? They tried like some minor step where they like deleted all the players that, or deleted the blood plague off all the players that had it, but then like some were like hiding so that they didn't notice them, or so they were like logged off specifically, and then they tried doing like a complete server wipe. It ended up where they had to completely shut down, like burn all the servers on there, not burn them, but like.
No,
So-
literally they had to
Yeah.
go and leg and spread into
Yeah,
a
into
virus
the server.
onto their servers.
But they
No,
had to
not
do,
even
like,
into the
complete-
room, kicking over servers and just lighting them on fire.
There's
Yeah,
just
it's
some
just-
IT guy sitting in a server room, just no, damn it,
Dousing
it's
them all with
Yeah, just-
gasoline.
He catches it, just dies. Hit me for all my health points.
In-game WoW plague destroys.
So pretty much,
Translates into
the
actual
blizzard.
virus.
pretty much this was like the bubonic plague of WoW.
It would be more like Ebola of WoW. it was literally just killing like thousands and thousands of people. Just like they just be dropping in Stormwind. You can see like waves of this thing coming at you. Like no,
I can't do shit about it.
all the level 1s just
He has the
falling
sprint
around.
buff. I can't outrun him.
That would suck, especially if somebody just made an account.
Yeah, well, that's what
got
I,
in it.
that's
and
what
it's
I'm saying.
like,
He's like,
Like, what the
he's
hell
like
is
a
this?
level 5. He's all like, oh man, I'm really having fun with this game. This is really great.
Oh no,
And he
I caught
walks in
AIDS apparently.
and just walk. Some dude just runs
Wow,
past him.
AIDS.
He's like, oh, look at that dude.
He's
Dead.
badass. Yeah.
Shit, what just happened?
Fucking killed me.
That guy's
I'm done with
presence-
this game forever.
That guy's presence literally just killed me as he walked by. I don't know what happened. That guy was so awesome that him just walking by killed me. Be a pretty epic thing to see, though. Like, wow. I don't really know what happened, but
Are they going to start like coming out with like the WoW CDC? Like just guys that specifically like quarantine
apparently
players
the
from like spreading
actual-
disease.
The actual CDC, like they have this all on like their internal servers or whatever. Like they have it all caught, and the CDC and like the WHO and stuff like that study this case to learn how like outbreaks happen, because it was like just like exponential. Like one kid caught it and then caught it, and then how it spreads throughout the thing, and like the people that like. They use them as the people who get scared and run away to hide, but it was actually the douchebags that tried to hide, so they come back and spread it again after WoW had done it, like going up into the mountains and then coming back in, and like how all that stuff affects it.
Like if there's an outbreak of a super virus, there's going to be 4 people immune who are just going to be like, they run down, they like, infect everybody and
they
run
went
back.
like, we've cured it, like time to go back,
Fuck you guys.
see if you can cure it again.
Yeah, that'd be super. That'd be the biggest dick move in history ever.
It's like Outbreak when they're like, oh no, they're infected, and they all start running for the woods, but then the military comes out and just guns them all down.
Sounds like zombies. You don't know who it is, though.
Yeah, you never know.
You can't tell by outward appearance. They're just gonna start eating your brain.
I love in Walking Dead when they're like, can't tell if people are zombies, and it's like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like they're always like, have you been bitten? You haven't. unless this guy just got bitten like a second ago, he'd probably already be turned into a zombie.
Yeah, or you're going to see him
Probably
sweating it out right
Yeah.
Look for somebody clutching an area of their body and
Yeah.
wincing in pain.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of
kind of
signs if you get
pale.
bit by a legit human being.
now.
Yeah.
Pale, laying on the ground, sweating profusely, shivering.
There's something you really have to ask. If the dude's just
Pulsing.
walking around still and still holding the gun on you and isn't obviously like gushing blood, I think you're okay.
I don't know about
Maybe
Phil
don't
over
waste
there.
time with that question. You got zombies around you.
I just thought it was stupid. Have you seen P. Billy Combs? Are you planning on watching it?
I am planning
Have
on
you
watching
seen
it.
season 2?
I've not seen season 2.
Never mind.
I haven't even seen season 1.
God.
I was going to talk about some of the stupid crap, but that's all right. We'll just
Headshot mode.
Infinite ammo. mode.
infinite
Infinite
shotgun ammo mode. Cheat enabled. When that part comes on, it should have just said cheat codes enabled. And it's just been like boom, boom, boom.
Out of a truck.
It was semi-realistic.
Out of a
until
truck.
then.
Nothing
Like,
but dome
no.
shots. Like
No,
30
I was
in a
just
row.
thinking.
He's
I
like,
was just thinking the old man's just sitting there, and he's just like, boom, boom.
out of a truck window. Like, very accurately. This shit just was outrageous.
He's a
Anybody-
dual barrel shotgun, puts 2 clips and 2 shells into it. He's like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. 30 shots later, it's like, that's
Anybody that knows
Just
anything
cocks it
about
somehow.
guns, be like, yeah, that
No.
was 7 shells. You
Anybody
should've been
that-
out like 5 shells ago.
Anybody who's at least 6 is going. Wait a minute, that's not right.
yeah, that doesn't add up. There was like a lot of crazy shit in that, but that was the only one that really was
Well, I
like,
mean, at the same
really, guys, that was over the top.
But it
Never
is a
happened.
comic book. Initially,
It was
so-
based
Yeah,
on-
but that's what I'm
There's-
saying. Like,
there's
but
at least
before that,
expect
there
it.
was no moments where it was like, this is just absolutely outrageous. Like when that mode when
the cheat codes got enabled.
when that part came up, I was seriously just like looking at my girlfriend, like, seriously, is this happening
Well,
right now?
well,
Like,
we were watching, and of course, everybody's wildly accurate now. They can hit anything now.
well, yeah, apparently they've been practicing.
They've
a
been
ton
practicing
in between
with
seasons.
what?
Yeah, I know, with all their extra ammo.
their
With the
minimum
ammo that they're
ammo.
always
Yeah.
conserving.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you get? It just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, dude.
The guns don't kick in the.
Is that-
I was going to call it a game. The guns don't kick in the show either.
Does that
They just
take
sit there and
anybody
just
else?
like pow, pow, pow. Like that thing's gonna knock you on your ass. You shooting it like
No, unless
Like
they're
a
like
revolver.
specifically drawing to it, like the one where Rick's just sitting there and he goes, that one has like boom, and his hand kicks up to like 90 degrees. It's like
Yeah.
you fired that a couple seconds ago, and you just fired off like 3 rounds, like perfectly
Yeah.
straight.
His gun is massive. There's no way that thing's not like seriously kicking right back at you. It's the biggest
yeah,
gun
it's like
in the show.
it's like twice the size
And
of
they
a
have rifles and
357
shotguns.
revolver.
It's outrageous.
It's bigger than the shotguns they have.
Twice the size.
It is a shotgun. It's
He
got
uses shotgun shells in
Yeah.
it.
That would be
Slugs.
sick.
That would be amazing.
Tyler was going to get that gun.
No
That-
need.
The gun from that or
No, the one that fires like 410 shells.
shotgun shells.
Yeah.
That thing's outrageous.
It's called
It's
the
the
Judge. Is that what it's
it
called?
is-
It's called the Judge.
The judge.
It's made by Smith and Wesson, isn't it?
There's no reason.
Yeah, and theirs was the Governor.
That's so
Welcome to
ridiculous.
Judgment
Yeah,
Day.
he was gonna get
That's
the
all. That's the
governor.
only reason they came out with it, just so you could say badass lines about
Yeah,
being
that
the
is
judge.
true. Oh, dude. So I was trying to see if Austrian Death Machine had come out with a new album because I really want them to, and I found the most badass shirt ever. It's just a picture. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator with the vest on and the nades and everything, and it's just him. It just says ADM on it for Austrian Death Machine. It was so badass. I was like, oh, I really want to get this. It
That's
was
amazing.
Needless to say, you ordered three shirts right away.
Get to the chopper. So good.
One
Do
his
it,
size,
do it
one for
now.
each of his infants.
No, that's a different song, Tommy.
I know.
No, I mean they have one "Get to the Chopper" and one that's "Do
I
It."
know.
You listen to them?
Huh?
They're pretty awesome. Aren't they?
Well, when
So
you
good.
first discovered them, I was curious.
God, so good. All,
Do you-
all their songs are based off Arnold lines.
Do you guys
It's
want to
so
talk about
amazing.
something non-game related, or
like Austrian Death Machine?
yeah, if you want?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Pretty cool news for New Hampshire with the whole medical marijuana legalization movement.
I'm gonna
Apparently,
go get my card tomorrow.
apparently they just pre-filed for the same deal as Washington and Colorado, along with like 6 other states, because they're like, this shit's gonna happen.
So it's not
you see
recreation
the?
or
No, yeah, it'd be recreational use for over.
Did you see
21.
the financial?
Wait,
figure?
wait. But it's for medical.
Well, that's just what they're saying. But this one is this bill is like specifically for anybody over 21. Like you can grow it, sell it, possess it up to like a certain amount.
The figure, I was reading in Time Magazine, the figure just from Colorado and Washington legalizing it that cartels are going to lose $1.4 billion.
Yep.
Wow. You know why they're going to lose it? Because once it's legal, I am fucking growing it in my backyard.
Dude, that's the thing.
Well,
Everybody
Cash
will.
fucking crop.
Dude, not
Not
even.
since
not
tobacco
really.
in the
No,
New
no,
World.
that's not how it'd be.
Nah,
But like,
it's good. You're gonna,
you can
you'd
only
have
grow
to
like
run
what?
a
It's like
microbrew.
it's like 5 fucking plants or like 6 plants. Yeah. Right, so 6 plants per adult, that's enough like to grow and smoke your own for
Right,
minimal
but
like it
not-
costs like pennies to grow a plant. It's
Yeah.
literally a plant. that
Right.
you put in
And
there,
then-
like-
Yeah, and you gotta think though, when if it goes full blown legal, Marlboro, Brown and Williamson, or whatever they're now known as,
Oh, they'll get into it.
They're gonna be the heavy hitters, if you will.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the ones that are making the money. So if you're growing your own to sell with the intent
It
of
wouldn't make
selling,
sense.
it's like a microbrew version, so you have to do something special.
It would
that
have to
makes
be a
yours
great
stand
strain
out.
It's gonna be
or something.
It's going to be local,
Nice little
homegrown.
flavor or
It's
something.
going to be sustainable
See,
agriculture.
yeah,
I'm going to get all the hippies on board with my
See
weed,
the thing,
man.
the thing I see about it more happening rather than
That's fair.
rather than the
That market's been tapped.
the individuals growing and selling. I think it's going to be more of like a trading situation. Like everybody will be growing their own strains and just trading them around because it really won't be worth anything. Like if you think about it, like if Marlboro gets into it, like I heard a rumor a long time ago that they already have like they purchased back like in the hippie days Marlboro Greens.
Yeah, well, they've already used the name.
Right. Well, I don't know. They were going to
for
use it for
menthol.
joints, apparently. I don't know. Once it was legalized, because they just saw it coming or whatever. But they'll be able to produce it on such a massive scale that they'll be able to sell it for like nothing. So like somebody taking the time to tend to 6 plants perfectly in your backyard to come out with like not that much to then
But
sell
again,
it would almost be like
Yeah,
I just put all this hard
It'd
work
be
like
like if-
I'm going to enjoy it myself.
it'd be like
rather
if you
than
grew your
make
or
nothing.
not grew your own beer,
grew your own tobacco.
brewed your own beer.
Yeah.
Well, tobacco, as far as I know, it's like
Yeah.
almost unusable except in large quantities.
Oh, really?
I thought.
Oh yeah, maybe
I
you
don't
just need
know.
a shit ton to.
and that, and I don't even think there's like you can't. I don't think you can grow your own tobacco at all without a license.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But yeah, like if somebody brews like a carboy of beer and comes out with like fucking 25 or 30 bottles, that's the type of thing you're gonna see where they can like give a few out to their friends, like you know,
Yeah.
however they want to do it, just
But-
enjoy the shit
Yeah,
that
because
they
it's
put
it's
time into.
right. That's all it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's not going
Which
to
is
turn like
fine. Nope.
everyone start growing their own stuff because
Everyone
everyone doesn't brew
that's
their
what's
own
funny.
beer.
Everybody says the second it's legal, what they're gonna do is go grow their own and then make a whole shitload of money.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Nobody,
With 6 plants,
everyone
Like,
didn't go out and start
once
making
every
It doesn't-
beer
3
after
months, like,
even
no,
if you
you're not
could,
gonna-
even if
they
you
start
could,
buying beer.
even if you could grow up to an acre's worth,
Americans
you're
are
still
lazy.
not going to make. Well, yeah, but at the same time, are you going to be able to sell it cheaper than they're going to get at the store?
That's
So
the-
if I could grow my own tobacco up to, say, I could grow an acre of tobacco, unless someone's looking for the most natural tobacco,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to be able to necessarily cure it the right way and that kind of stuff. They're just going to go to the store and buy a pack of smokes.
The-
and it's going to be the same thing with weed.
They had a really cool 60-minute segment on it about the legalization in Colorado, and they were checking out this growing facility and how it worked with medical marijuana. It's just like a copay, except their copay is stupid cheap. It's like, you need your batch this week? $5. And you can get damn near half a pound.
Oh yeah, because it's like they have to say that it's like a co-op. That's how
Yeah.
they grow so many
Well,
plants.
no,
They're like, oh, it's a
it's
co-op,
like-
so then they need to have like
though. You
It's
said
like-
a copay.
Yeah, copay.
As an
like,
insurance thing.
No, yeah. Kind of like if you're covered under medical marijuana, like you're taking marijuana for medical reasons, back pain or whatever, you go to this place, you're like, here's my medical card, $5 copay because you're under, Blue Anthem or whatever like you would have here. There's your $5 copay, so it keeps the insurance people happy.
really.
And here's your half pound of weed or whatever you
I'm
want.
sure it's
Here's your
not
$250 worth of weed
It's
for
not-
$5.
I think
Pretty much.
Because if I could do that, I would go out there just long enough to be a resident. I would like become just
6
a homeless
months?
person.
Yeah.
Go out there for 6 months or whatever. Get my residency. Go in there do this like a few times, and then just return home and retire.
Wait,
It
Because
wasn't.
it's
wait.
way
How would
too
you be a
cheap.
resident as a homeless person?
I was
Just
going to
wanted
say, as a
ask,
homeless
like-
person, I don't know if you're
The-
considered
Steal
a
someone's
resident.
mail.
It's not complete coincidence that
My P.O. box.
they legalized it in Colorado and Washington, and then there was a job spike in those two states to become botanologists or
Well,
Yeah.
you're-
botanists.
Botanists?
Thank you. Botanists.
botanetology.
I personally like botanologist.
Botanologist.
I like that one
Sounds
better.
more.
Botanologist.
Sounds more.
If we
fancy.
start saying it enough, it'll just become the word.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they've developed these pure strands out there. Like they were literally like this guy was holding a nug that was probably like the size of this cigarette box. It was like you smoke this and it gives you all the pain relieving effects of weed, but you don't get high.
Right, because it's
Mm,
like all
Yeah,
CBD.
actually,
It's
no,
so
yeah,
it's
and
a
that
different
and
cannabinoid, yeah.
Israel actually started doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Israel's
One of the big things
Bastards.
is it's legit a painkiller. That's
Yeah.
all it is. You don't get high
Yeah.
from it,
Yeah.
but it still has all the other effects.
Yeah.
It'll make you hungry.
Yeah.
It'll do everything. So it's a legit painkiller.
And they figured
So
out
if you're actually in cancer, if you actually have cancer and you're in legitimate pain and you can't eat because you're sick, you just take this. But then there's like obviously, I'm sure there's most people want to get high when they use it. But if you're not necessarily looking for that,
Or if you can't if you just
like-
can't handle
yeah,
it,
or
whatever,
if
yeah.
you're
Hell
60
yeah.
or 70 years old and you're completely useless for the whole day,
Or
and
this
it's like
would be
I
able
still
to
have to
give
go
you, like-
do things,
Yeah.
and
Could
Well, they
potentially
have-
let you go to work. Like
Yeah,
some people
exactly.
can't be
Yeah.
like super high at work. You know, like I'm a
I don't
big
think most
accountant.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most people can't
Most
be
people-
super high
yeah.
at work
Yeah.
unless
They
you work
have
at
it.
like a
Product-
gun shop or
Yeah,
something.
Productivity
this you
goes
just be like,
down.
so now it's like, I don't have to quit my job to use my painkiller. Now I
Yeah.
can.
Or I
just
don't have to
get high and
I
I
don't
just
have
get all
to
the
just
painkiller.
use Tylenol, just get by for the week, and then on the weekend I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they had one that was called Wake and Bake they said one bowl pack, like a regular bowl pack that's like the size of your thumb, was like the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee.
Holy shit.
It
I was,
still gave you pain killing and all that.
On the
But you're
opposite
just-
side of the
2 cups of
spectrum right
coffee.
there, I saw on an article they were talking about like super strains. And there's like this like elite group of, I think it was like
Germans.
30 strains or something like
Were
that
they
at this
Germans?
point that are like
They were Germans,
right
I know.
around 25% THC.
Damn.
And like
What-
the average right now around is like
Was it
9
Was it in Germany?
or like up to like 14
It
I
was
guess you
Germany,
can get. So the
probably.
shit's
it was
just crazy.
Germany. The only place where
Is it called the
where
Mein
it's
Kampf?
legitimately there's like everything is legal. or Russia. It's probably Russia actually.
Except anything
In
to
Russia,
do
they
with
probably
Nazis.
have 90. They probably
I don't think they can
90%
grow it.
THC.
They
Yeah,
just
no,
can't.
no. They give it to the like
just
all their
give-
prisoners to try to get info from them.
They just
They
give
just
you
get
pure
s-
THC like a giant crystal. You're like, here.
Just lick this, please.
It's like crystal meth, but it's just like a big like THC crystal. Here you go.
That's
What
how
are you
they-
doing?
that's how
I'm
they
smoking my
extract
crack
the-
weed.
Yeah, get ready to blast off, motherfucker.
This is my crack
I'm
marijuana.
freebasing my marijuana. Oh Jesus!
No, I don't know. I like that the country's moving in the right direction rather than just being ignorant to science all around. It's pretty cool.
I didn't even talk when we started talking about Call of Duty.
Started talking about Call of Duty.
We didn't talk about Call
I
of
started
Duty.
getting shit on for Call of Duty.
Tom, that's your own fault, man.
I
You have
backed
to
you
live.
up.
You have to live with your own
Again,
decisions.
I would have bought it, Tommy. I went through all the ringers on the Xbox Live website to finally log in and blah, blah, blah. Got through it all. Guess what they wanted? My parents to log into their email and then okay it.
What?
I don't know. Like, obviously my
You
parents
are only
don't...
25, pal.
Yeah, well, I
Do
don't
they
know.
know you're an adult? Did you get live when you were 17?
Probably.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but they should be able to tell that I'm 25 now. Like, my birthday didn't change. Like, it should be obvious.
Silly.
Like, this kid's 25
how did they know
now,
you
like-
didn't fake your birthday?
I don't know, dude.
I do it all
Maybe
the time.
they've been monitoring. It's
I
like
was
this
born
kid
on
says he's
1/1,
25. No,
1970.
he's like 14.
But anyways, so Xbox Live, if anybody that works there is listening to this, which I know you're not, but
No, we know
I
they
want to give
are.
you money, but you're not letting me. So, like the credit card that's on there is expired. I can't even put in a new one. It's like, okay,
You're actually kind of lucky because they auto charge me constantly.
well, no, that's fine.
But I don't
But-
even have an opportunity to enter in a card
What's-
to not.
what's
I
gonna
entered in
happen,
a
though-
card and still got charged even though I had live, and so I got 2 years
Right.
because I was forced to pay for it, even though I can't take my credit card off the account. There's
Right.
no way to remove my credit card information.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
from
You're
it.
just sitting online like,
But once again,
I might
eventually,
like to watch that movie. Rented it. No, I didn't want to rent it. Oh, buy. No, I didn't want to buy either.
eventually, it's going to need to renew. and I'm gonna have no fucking way to renew it. Like it's just.
Oh, you can just
Yeah,
add a
no, no,
card.
no.
I have like
can't.
4 on mine.
I can't get
No,
into
let's-
anything billing wise.
Oh, just call them.
Oh no. The second they try to charge your card and they don't get your money, oh trust me.
Yeah, they'll get a hold of you.
No, I'll wait for the time.
Because it happened to me. I had a card that was closed on the account, and they tried to charge it, and then I'm like, okay, fine. So I went out and bought a year, put it on there, still couldn't get on live.
because
What
they
the
need a
fuck?
credit card.
So
on
I
there.
call them,
Right.
and I'm like, all right, well, I already put a year on there. Well, you have to put a credit card on there.
Yeah.
So then I added a credit card. They charged the credit card and then charged the other one. I'm
Yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding me? I could have sold this thing to somebody else
Yeah.
that needed a year that was using cards.
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Dude, it's I've never had a good Xbox Live experience. Like seriously, like since it came out, I've always had a fucking runaround when I try and do
Yeah,
anything.
Tuesday
for them.
I go to log in because we're gonna watch some Netflix, and it's telling me I have to enter in a bunch of information. Give them a fucking phone number. I don't want you to have my goddamn phone
Yeah,
number.
You don't
Get the
need
fuck
it.
out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
hate
gonna
it.
send you a text message so we can verify it's you. If it's not me, then I don't give a shit because I'm not on.
I'm just
How
gonna
long
give
have
you
you been?
my-
How long have you been a subscriber? How many years? Like,
Well, there was a year and a half period that I wasn't. Actually, it was less than a year. There was only
how
1 year.
how long ago was that?
So I've had this account. I'm on my 5th year right now.
So
Going
year
into my
year
6th year.
5, going into year 6, they're like,
We need a
wait,
phone number.
We need to
wait,
verify
is this guy?
you.
Is this the
Well,
same
it's,
guy?
It's the new added security measures. Really, I don't give a shit about your added security measures. That's why I have a fucking password.
I've got an idea.
It's
Why
my
don't you
Xbox
get that
Live
phone
account.
number from a dude who says he's me? Like next time somebody tries
Yeah.
to open an account with my credit card number, how
Worst
about that?
case scenario,
Instead of like,
they're jumping my gamer score up if someone's using my Xbox Live account. Awesome. Viva Pinata, I never even played that.
Or I'll be
Or
like,
they're getting
gamer
banned.
score.
or I'll go to log in. Oh, you're logged onto it, or you have to re-import your account. Okay, something's wrong. Why don't I call? I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But you're treating me like I am because
Or
I must
they're-
be a fucking retard.
or they're telling
I've only had this
13-year-olds
for
they're
5
all a
years.
bunch of fuck nuggets and getting banned. So
Yeah.
Oh god, that would be so awesome. They don't have to get banned just from playing online. Jesus.
Live is still a crazy. So I was
No.
playing Left 4 Dead 2, and there was a legit like 12-year-old, and he's talking to his mom, which good for his mom that she was there. But then he sends me a friend request. It's like, dude, I am 27 years old. You are 12.
Yeah.
This
Do you
just
ever-
went from just a friendly anonymous
To
game
Nambla
to catch a predator.
Did you did you ever hear that Aziz stand up
No.
when he's at the mall and he's like the dad's like, hey, you want us to hang out with your new friend here for a minute while I go try on some shoes or whatever? And he's like, this is a 12-year-old boy that just gets left with a man with a full-grown beard. And he goes, trust me, I'm not into kids or anything, but if I was, I'd be like, I'm going to be doing some raping tonight. It's like, exactly,
Yeah.
like,
Do you
little
ever-
boy.
But
so pumped.
you get on there, and there's kids just making noise over the. They need to put a device in the microphone that reads how old you are, so you can't fucking talk.
Or like put you into a frequency where only other 13-year-olds
or if you're
can
making
hear you.
straight noise that doesn't cease and is just the same tone for more than 5 seconds, it permamutes you for the rest of your fucking life.
I would prefer that it just shorts everything so you get a little zap every
Yeah.
time.
No, they come to your home for violating the terms of use and human centipede your ass.
Dude, seriously.
Go ahead, scream into that fucking asshole while he shits in your mouth.
Do you ever?
I usually tell him I'm going to, so it'd be just my fantasy of what I do to them coming true.
Have you ever been playing COD? I was playing Call of Duty yesterday morning. The new SMG is called the Peacemaker. Or the
Okay.
Peacekeeper. No, it's a Peacekeeper. I was playing COD, and you just hear this little kid's voice, and you hear, Mom! Mom! What? What does that say? It says something something Peacekeeper. Okay, I couldn't read it. Thank you. And the woman was like, oh, it's okay, honey. I just haven't played this game. Okay, your kid can't read Peacekeeper. He shouldn't be playing Call of Duty.
Make sure people
What
have
a fucking
domes.
terrible parent.
You know, if you're gonna have your kids play Call of Duty, that's fine. Online with a microphone without the settings
Terrible
enabled
idea.
that are not muting people, because I guarantee you the next thing that was said to that child was probably something related to how hot his
Something
mom is
horrific.
and how he probably wants to rape his
I
mom.
was,
Yeah.
I was biting my lips so bad I wanted to turn the mic on and say something. And,
Your mom
oh,
sounds
God.
hot.
Yeah,
I'm
you're-
banging her
Dude,
right now.
Mom
can
sounds
you,
dirt hot.
can you
You
put
put
your
her
mom on?
Yeah, she
Just
sounds
put
hot.
your
I
mom
wanna
on
talk
first.
to
Put
her.
your mom back on the phone.
on the
If
phone,
you
right? We're
Had,
on
if you had
phones
to
Keep
now.
the
approximate
Yeah.
the size of her tits to fruit,
Yeah.
about where would you put
Yeah,
them?
exactly.
Talking
Compare your
apples,
mom's tits to like
grapefruits.
fruit. Are they mangoes? Are they oranges? Tangerines? What are they, kid? I'm
Also,
trying to keep this erection up. Come on.
firmness. Talk about the firmness now.
Yeah, exactly.
How big are the
Describe in
areolas?
vivid detail.
I mentioned before the cast about the movie Noobs and how there was some dude on Game Informer who was he spent the
pissed
entire article ripping on this thing about how it wasn't funny and how it was racist and chauvinistic and blah blah blah. One of the lines he used was some character insults some woman who has, or it was the intro talking about, sum up like all like the worst features of somebody that you meet online that's terribly annoying. So take like the most annoying features of all these different gamers that you've met and mash them all into one mega douche, and those are the characters of this movie. So I'm like, all right, that actually sounds kind of entertaining, at least to me, because I say that kind of shit all the time because it's funny. But he starts talking about how it's insulting to the intelligence of the intelligent gamer. The ones that are like that don't say that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But I also auto mute everybody because they're all annoying. I digress. But he has on there something about the gamer. One of the things he said was the gamers that tell the women in the lobbies to get back in the kitchen. but then saying like but then he used the term gall. He said the women that have the gall to play online. That is the totally wrong word to use right there.
Yeah, that sounds like you're worse than the guy
No,
you're telling me.
well, no. If I were to say you have the gall to talk to me like that, it's like saying like you have the balls to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
But in like a negative way, and he's saying like these women that have the gall to do it.
Yeah.
No, you're just saying that they shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, that
because
sounds
that's
like-
the totally wrong word. But he goes on talking about this movie. There's no great character, or there's no likable characters in the whole movie, and like all the jokes are, homophobic and this, that, or the other thing. Everything he was talking about, I'm like, this actually sounds like a decent movie that I would watch and be entertained by because I understand the stereotypes, and that's probably what the director's going for. Here are the stereotypes that you hate, so I'm going to make a movie about them to make you hate them more. It's almost like social
Like a
commentary
spoof.
or some kind of satire
It's like that guy
of
didn't
the
fucking
gaming
get it.
world. And the guy's just ripping on it the
It's
whole
like right
time.
over his head. He's like,
Oh,
this
the
movie was
fuck.
terrible.
Yeah,
like the acting was bad. It's like, no, dude. Like they were playing characters of like what you'd expect.
Who are supposed
Exactly.
to be over the top,
Yeah, that was
ridiculous.
fucking-
They're the stereotype, and that's what he's portraying, and it's somehow negative and blah blah. No, because somebody that doesn't play video games isn't going to watch a movie called Noobs with a Z.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Or anything that's called noobs.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's not a
Skip.
B.
Yeah.
Skip.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Skip.
Yeah, so I could understand the humor because I've been in those rooms when there's people just like blasting like random shit. It's like that's what people fucking do. Get used to it. This is the world of the internet. You can't get butthurt about everything somebody says. You just can't anymore.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't like it, just pass it. You don't need to write a shitty review about it. It's like
And
it's like people on Badaw's montage.
Or-
it's
yeah.
like that guy stops by. He's like, "Dude, why'd you even make this montage? All you did was use this one gun." And then it's like, "Dude, where's your montage?" It's like,
no,
fucking
it's fine.
post something-
You're entitled to your
Yeah.
opinion without having to make them. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
But,
don't just be like it's shit.
Yeah.
Like one guy said.
Yeah.
Give some insight into why you think it's
Yeah,
garbage.
why?
Just be like, oh well, I noticed here that you did this.
The other
other
guy
thing.
mentioned
That's
why.
cheap.
You sat
I mean,
here
it
and
was
watched
wrong,
this.
but-
Yeah. You sat here and watched this entire 5-minute video, and then after you're like, I hated this so much.
The bigger thing
and it
is
enraged
somebody
me. I feel
somebody
I know.
said people complain all the time. People are hiding behind their online identities, and they say all this like racist blah blah blah, and that's what people are going to do. That's how it's been for the last like 10 years. This is the age of the internet where
It's
you're
online
able
culture.
to
Anonymity.
where you can hide behind it. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
You're gonna see some hateful fucking shit on there.
And
Get ready.
And I
like,
guarantee you, most of the people saying it,
disclaimer.
guess what? They said it to flame you.
Yeah, and
they
they're-
said it to get a rise out of
and
you.
they're probably
and
13.
you're buying into it.
Yeah.
Or they're my age and they said it because they thought it would piss somebody off, and they want to hear the response of the pissed off person so they can laugh at you. It just hey, if you don't like
Look
it,
how mad I'm making.
don't
this
read
guy.
it.
They're just trolling you.
It's the
This
same.
guy is
Well, it's the
pissed.
same thing when they started writing books that were like when the romance novels started coming out. Oh my god, this is so offensive, and you can't let anybody read this. Just don't read it.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Don't make a big deal of it. Oh man, that was gross and a
It's-
completely irresponsible book.
It's like the
Great.
Two Girls
So
One
no.
Cup dude. If
Yeah.
you think it's obscene and there's no artistic value to it, then don't
Don't
search
watch
it
it.
out. You don't
Don't
just
watch-
come
if-
across
yeah,
this
if
It's
shit.
not
you-
being
yeah.
streamed on Fox.
Yeah. They're not playing Girls Gone Wild videos on Comedy Central until like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch.
Yeah.
Change to a different infomercial. You have choices. No one's forcing you to watch the TV at 3 o'clock in the morning watching an infomercial for Girls Gone Wild. Change it. It's as simple as that.
I'd argue if you're up at 3 a.m. watching that, you're searching for that.
Yeah. If you're up
So,
at 3 a.m. flipping
I know,
the
you
channels,
just-
you're looking
if-
for something.
If you get on there on
Making
a
sure
lobby
no one else in the house is awake.
and someone's spewing hate shit that you think is offensive, that's why they make it easy to just go XA in a lobby and you mute everybody and you don't have to fucking listen to them. And you can just go down and mute that person. And you can permanently mute them. And you can block communications from them to never deal with them again. And submit a player review so that you know if you ever look at this guy again and go, oh, yeah, look, I already submitted a player review on this guy for being a total douchebag. That's it. Leave it. Let it die. Life's too short. YOLO, right?
Just let it die.
YOLO.
All right, yeah, well, we're
You
going
only
to
live once. You only live once, Fang.
Just a quick shout out to the Porchcast.
The
Podcast.
Z Porchcast?
The Podcast.
The
It's on
podcast.
iTunes.
The
I
Podcast.
didn't realize it was done by
Funny stuff.
Germans. By the Germans.
By the Germans.
But yeah, they've been giving us shout outs. You gotta give shout outs back.
Shout out.
You
We
can't shout
appreciate-
out and then have the person keep shouting back.
Yeah.
And then
Was
not
it,
shout
We
Uh,
appreciate
back.
the love, and
Yeah.
we just forget in the end moments that we need to.
Porchcast.
We're having almost a screaming match with them via shout outs
Yes,
right now.
or I think they prefer just search Porchcast on iTunes because that's where they want
Yeah.
their views.
Yeah.
Do not
Right.
search Porchcast on Google because that'll get you to some hick. Porchcast. Out of like Pennsylvania, it's terrible.
Billy Bob.
I had to listen
Sitting
to
on the
2
rocker.
episodes of that shit, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't LaFawn.
You're like, wait, I don't know anybody on this. This is a 40-year-old.
I like how you allowed yourself to assume it still could be LaFawn
Yeah.
I was
after
Give
like,
him
one.
benefit of the doubt.
I was like, I know it's not. I know
The
it's
dude's
not
intro
just
is,
LaFawn.
I'm just an average Joe from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And
No,
he's like, this could still be him.
Tommy's like, this is a weird intro. Let's see where he goes with that.
No,
You listen-
that was off.
You
I'll
listen to the
second
first one, and it's just a guy being like, this is the Porchcast, probably the only podcast done from an actual porch. And I was like, this is kind of a dry intro, LaFawn.
After the first one, he's like, I didn't hear LaFawn. But maybe he didn't maybe he was producing the
Yeah,
first one.
no,
Listen to
maybe,
the second.
maybe he was doing an impersonation.
The
Well, I
entire
knew he
Porchcast.
did the Porchcast with like other guys that I'm not familiar with, so I was like, I don't know what they
Maybe
sound
it's
like.
them,
I'm
yeah.
just waiting for LaFawn to come in, and never came in the first episode. And I was like, I'll give it another one.
The girls never came.
never came.
All right, but a big
All right.
shout out to those guys.
And we will catch you next week, users.
Adios, users.
See you next week.
Peace.